Welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3. There's nothing for us to do tonight but rest, considering tomorrow is the next full moon, the promised day. My controller seems to not be super fond of me. We'll see how that pans out. But we've done all that there is to do, really. We've maxed every social link. We've maxed all our stats. We've done every quest that I care to take care of. We even got to talk to all the ladies one last time. Except for Yukari and Mitsuru, but we're going to talk to them soon anyway. So we've got one last day to take care of whatever it is we need to take care of. Now I'm going to take this opportunity to upgrade all my equipment. However, before we do that, if memory serves, there is one last recording. Does he know the camera's here?
You know, future consultation is coming up.
Yeah, what are we supposed to say during all that?
Oh, Koro-chan.
Aw, if you sleep wherever you want, you'll catch a cold. What is it, I guess?
Dude, I know he knows that this camera is here.
There's a miniature camera near the ceiling. It's been camouflaged. Does that mean it's been recording whoever walks past here?
Oh yeah, I forgot that you can check out anywhere in the dorm from the command room.
Does that mean one has been placed in each of our rooms as well?
I'm surprised that they're surprised about this. I mean, Yukari wasn't. Yukari knew. So, no big deal there, but I would be surprised if they're surprised, because they kind of told us about that from the beginning. Mitsuru came down and said, hey, can you check on this? I think Junpei said, hey, Mitsuru told me to check on this, but I don't know what I'm doing. Like, they should all know.
I never thought about it.
Yukari, you watched me sleep through that camera.
But probably so. I used the system last year.
Huh? Is that true?
Well, you need a key to use it, and I doubt any of the guys would dare look inside our rooms. If they did, I'm gonna kick the living crap out of them before Nix can get his hands on them.
Yukari-san, your vital signs are fluctuating. Are you in danger of dying of shame?
I guess. Anyway, we don't need that stupid system anymore. Let's ask Mitsuru Senpai to have it removed.
Hi, Koromaru.
You're right. The camera's recording right now. Hello?
Hi, Aigis. Well, that was sort of adorable. It's the last of the recordings. Of course, it's the final day. In fact, I think this is the last chance you will ever have to check that computer. Once you leave the area here, I think you won't have free reign to explore in here anymore. So if you don't check it now, you're out of luck. But with that said, as I said before, I need to upgrade everybody's equipment. And to be honest, they're kind of falling behind on the equipment, so this shouldn't be that hard. I was, of course, going to very carefully compare and contrast the equipment they have versus the equipment they need. You know, for the longest time I thought you were Yukari. But it's gonna... like, there's only a choice few... There's only a choice few things that aren't better than what we have, so I think what I'm going to end up doing is just buying the best of everything. Bought and sold as much as I can, so I'm as well off as I'm going to be. I could buy more items than I have if I really wanted to, I suppose, but... honestly, if I'm using more items than I have right now, then I'm doing something wrong. Now, we still have one final day to pass, and we can do this however we like. There's no social links about, nobody's around to spend time with. So we're really up to our own devices, and there's not a lot we could do. Maybe we could go to the arcade, raise our persona's stats, but personally I think this is the night before the big day. In fact, this isn't even the night, this is the day. Like, tonight this happens. What are we gonna do all day? Play video games up until the dark hour comes? I was debating maybe going and drinking some coffee to try to calm my nerves or some such, but I think the time is actually best spent here at the shrine. And so we pray at the shrine.
All right. This will probably be the last time we meet like this.
So we pray at the shrine, and we may even be visited by a friend we'll meet again later.
Is everyone ready?
Can I say something? I know that we have to defeat Nyx, but if you think about it, that means we'll be getting rid of the Dark Hour. So our memories may disappear.
Point.
But even if that happens, I want you all to know, I won't forget you. Even if it robs us of all of our memories together, I will still remember you all.
See, now that's, an interesting note I think somebody in the comments brought up was, wouldn't that only rob you of your memories of what happened during the Dark Hour? But not necessarily. The idea of having a persona and everything that came about due to the Dark Hour and was influenced by the Dark Hour will also go away. Which means all of even the reason we all got to know each other, met each other, did everything we did together, we'll forget all of that because it was all because of the Dark Hour. Its reach is much more broad than strictly what happened during that period of time. And in turn, we're going to be almost immediately dropped back into reality and feel as though we've lost so much of our own time. Almost the past year will be gone, and we'll remember a little more than I went to school today, I guess.
We know you will, Yucatan.
I won't forget you either. Neither will I.
I will not forget you, Yukari-san.
Don't worry. Even if you do forget about us, I'll remind you.
I wonder if it's so easy to forget something like that, though, because there are, of course, still the recordings on the computer. Will those be erased as well? You wouldn't think so. And since Aigus's memory is more hardware-related, would perhaps Aigus actually remember everything that happens?
Yeah, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
Okay. Then after the battle, no matter what happens, let's promise to meet each other again.
Good idea, but where should we meet? I don't think it should be the dorm. We'll come back here anyways if all goes well. Hey, shouldn't we also decide on when we'll meet?
Yeah, it should be a special day.
What about graduation day? When the dark hour vanishes, our memories might not disappear right away.
Another fair point.
So we shouldn't plan to meet too soon after the battle. And there's no day that will have more significance to us all. Wow! You're really smart, Yukari-san. Graduation day. Yes, that will be easy to remember.
Yeah, that's probably our best bet. Graduation day it is. Now, where should we meet?
It should be somewhere where it's easy to recognize that peace has returned to the city. And when we meet again, we should remember how we're feeling right now. That no matter what may happen, we will never look back.
I agree.
So the idea is, of course they'll lose their memories, and of course they'll probably not even remember to meet up. But I feel like by making it on a special day, by setting all this up to be such an important thing beforehand, that maybe doesn't have anything directly to do with the Dark Hour, but more to do with them knowing each other, they may not necessarily remember right away and just always know to meet on that date. But I do imagine that maybe once that date comes, a little something in the back of their head may be triggered just enough for them to all actually go and meet up, which then may trigger them to remember. By putting one thing so far out there to be so important, it may just be the trigger they need.
Sorry, but you'll just have to wait. All right then, let's get going.
Yeah. Together.
I will do my best.
Good, because I'm counting on you.
This is going to be easy.
Yes, it is.
I wonder if perhaps they could simply fill a briefcase with evokers and mail it to this residence set to be here in, say, a month's time, with maybe the instructions inside to gather everyone in the dorm together before opening it. And then all these people who almost don't even know each other all see these evokers at the same time. I wonder if that'd do it, too. Well, there's not a lot we could do here but talk to everybody. Bark, bark. Heck yeah. Talk to Mitsuru to actually start it. I imagine if you really wanted to, you could save here, I think. You may also be able to actually leave this and go out to town if need be, to say go to the Velvet Room, but we'll be able to do that once we're inside anyway. Also of note, I don't think you'll be able to save. Maybe you'd be able to save if you could go downstairs right now, but I don't know. I'm gonna check. What am I doing? You can save while you're inside. So that was kind of a waste of time, and I apologize. There's not really anything you can do outside at this point, so there's no real reason to be hesitant about going in, I suppose. You can't buy anything outside. You can go to the Velvet Room inside. You can save inside. And that's because, unlike every other full moon, we're actually inside Tartarus, free to climb and go about as needed. And this is where things get fun. Who am I grabbing for this? I'm grabbing Yukari because she's my healer. Grabbing Junpei because he's immune to fire, and grabbing Koromaru because he's immune to fire. And you know what? I've got gear for everybody. Fifth number was actually as good as anything she had, and better evasion. But that's how it's going to be for most everybody. I think it's like the same gear for everybody almost, too, aside from these two. I do think it's funny, though, that Koromaru has the highest evasion out of all the characters in the game, and all he has is bare paws equipped. There is never any foot equipment for him. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I've got all of these items that I've been collecting over the course of the entire game. Sword of Queen, Cup of King, Wand of King, Coin of Knight, and the like, that all raise your persona's stats. Now, right now, Scotty there is my sweeper. So I'm using all of them on her. Scotty don't take no crap from nobody now. Compared to, say, Norn's stats, or Odin's, or Surt's. Scotty is my sweeper. Now, from the top floor, we now need to progress our way up, but of course, it's never as simple. We've got to go back into Tartarus, we've got to climb our way back up. There should only be one floor between us and the next staircase up. Having spent an amount of time in Monad, gotten myself up to level 85, as you saw, most shadows will run scared from me. Of course, it's never that simple. But I think we could use some different music for the ending here. Let's, So let's work our way up. That is a free item. Ooh, another papal robe. All of the enemies in this top section here are going to be the same enemies I've run across so far. Which means most of them will run scared from me. Not all of them, though, so don't just assume you've got free reign, even at level 85. I imagine another couple levels, and they probably would, though. Okay, so we've got a teleporter back down, which is unnecessary since Fook is leveled up. And next floor. That is not a free item since he's running away. Or not running away. Ooh, tiny shadow. I don't know how much I'd dig a tiny shadow that's not scared of me. We get a short break. You can reform your party if you would like. You can also teleport back down to the beginning. This is not a proper checkpoint, though. This is down only. Really, we're as prepared as we're going to be, though. I was prepared when I first came in.